What is up and welcome back. This is Law of Evolution, and we're going to be taking a look at my first full year on Etsy, what that looked like. We're going to take a look at my revenue. We're going to look at my ad strategy because I made some big mistakes with my ads and I corrected those mistakes with a few tweaks. So we're going to look at that. We're going to take a look at the only tool that I use when I do niche research and popularity research on Etsy. So if this is your first time joining me, again, I am the Law of Evolution. I'm a lifelong visual artist. I spent decades working with my hands, doing pen and ink, graphite, carving, stonework, airbrushing, just about anything that you can put your fingers on, working with your hands. I got into graphic design and multimedia in 2015, and then I started GCS Designs with my wife in 2016. And I've been working digitally almost exclusively since 2016. So after doing that for a while, my wife again talked me into starting an Etsy shop, and I've been selling digital items, predominantly digital items, just until about a month ago, where I started to do print on demand and offering t-shirts and stuff like that. So some of the stuff that I do, you can see here, is like t-shirt designs. So I will make like t-shirt designs for people. I even do custom work. And as you can see here, got a bunch of Halloween stuff. I'm preparing for Halloween. So I got a bunch of Halloween stuff going on. I'm offering coloring books as well. I've started to put those together. If you've seen my other videos on Amazon KDP, kind of uploading videos about my journey through doing self-publishing, and so that's pretty cool. I'm working on 2 or 3 coloring books right now, so these were the first ones that I kicked out. I think those are my niches right there. I think it's like digital, physical t-shirts, coloring books. I do stuff for people that make tumblers, if you've seen the custom tumblers and stuff like that. So I do a lot of artwork for people that make those. And just as a quick overview, I've got 1,408 sales. The shop got multiple 5-star reviews in the past 7 days. I was able to keep this tag for the last 2 months. So I've had this consistently for like the last 2 months. Pretty cool. With 193 favorites. If I scroll down to the bottom, so I've got 71 reviews. So I only have one bestseller right now. I think it's this one. Yeah, so this label for tumbler makers, I sell a digital file. I've had 4 bestsellers on my account throughout the last year. I think I had 3 of them simultaneously. So as I've kind of done market research and I've looked at videos and looked at all that stuff, having a bestseller is pretty cool. Some people may not get them that frequently, so it was pretty cool to have a bestseller, and not only that, but to have multiple running at the same time. So that was pretty cool. You know, football season's coming up, so this is one of the things that niches that I'm trying to follow. I'm gonna make a few more designs coming up, like Halloween's coming up. So these are some of the things that I'm starting to try to pay attention to, and I think it's led to some of the success that I've had in the last like month or two. So stop being hard-headed, follow the niches. Everything will be okay. So let's get down to the numbers really quick. This is actually the last 30 days. Let's go to all time. And I hit all time. It's exactly $5,000 of revenue. That's pretty. I actually didn't know that it was going to be exactly 5,000, but I made exactly $5,000 in revenue in my first year on Etsy, which is modest. It's not a little bit, but it's definitely not a lot. You know, I've seen the videos on YouTube, people making $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 in their first year on Etsy, and it's like, okay, well, not everybody's gonna do that. But with where I was in my career, with the amount of shops that I have, because 2 Etsy shops, and then I have accounts on like Redbubble and, you know, Cotton Bureau and, you know, Amazon KDP, and, you know, I'm trying to, you know, apply for, you know, merch by Amazon. So I have more things going on than just Etsy. This was definitely fine for me. This made me very happy. It let me see that there was something to it. So for me, I was very happy and very excited to see this type of success in my first year. Some people might see that as a low number. Some people might see that as a very high number. But it just kind of depends. So if I hit my detailed stats really quick, this is one of the things that I like to hang my hat on though. I have a lifetime conversion rate of 7%. After doing a little bit of research, I've seen $1 million Etsy shops, multi-million-dollar Etsy shops with a conversion rate of like 0.7. You know, a conversion rate of 1.5%. So I have a much higher conversion rate than a lot of the shops on Etsy. And even after looking in the forums and like looking around and nosing around and stuff, this is actually a really good conversion rate. So I'm really happy about this. It really lets me know that the quality of work that I produce is attractive. If I can get it in front of you, if I can get my artwork in front of you, I have a really high chance of converting. So that makes me happy, and that just lets me know, hey, I'm not going to be uploading designs just for the hell of uploading designs. You know, I'm going to make sure that each one of them are quality, and I'm going to babysit that conversion rate by assuring that there's value in every single listing that I upload, right? So that's just me, you know, taking care to provide the best value that I can provide. And a lot of that, I believe, has to do with Sales Samurai. So I actually use Sales Samurai as the only, and you can see some of the stuff that I was researching when I'm like, okay, I'm going for niches now, right? Sales Samurai is the only tool that I use for researching and fine tuning my listings for Etsy. You can go to the link in my description. There is a link for Sales Samurai in the description. They do have a 3-day free trial that's going on right now as well, so you can get your hands on it and play with it. That's what I did prior to getting the tool. That was pretty cool. So check out the description, grab Sales Samurai. That is really cool to help the channel out as well. And outside of Sales Samurai, the only integrations that I really use for my Etsy shop is Printful. So that Printful is print on demand integration that I use to sell the t-shirts on the shop. So all of these t-shirts and these designs I've created with Printful. I do all of my artwork in Adobe Illustrator, and I do touch-ups and stuff like that in Adobe Photoshop. So that's why it's easy for me to go in and, like, for some of the, if I click on like the t-shirts and quotes and stuff, that's why I'm able to sell like some of these SVGs and stuff like that. I kind of target, I mean, when you think about it, I think there's 4.5 million Etsy sellers. When you think about what's going on with, you know, merch by Amazon, and you think about what's going on with, you know, Redbubble and all these other places where you can do print on demand, there's millions upon millions of business owners that are out here looking for graphics or looking for different things. I pretty much target them as my customer. Everybody else is kind of looking at the end user. And this is something that I've done lately. I provide t-shirts and I provide stuff like that, but everybody targets the end user as someone to get their money from, but I'm targeting the business owner with my graphics as saying, hey, buy these, you can make your t-shirts with the elements that I provide you. And I target them in different ways to try to tap into a market that other people with Etsy shops and stuff like that aren't exactly targeting. So that's one of the things that I try to do. I think I started the shop at the kind of like the last day or two of June in 2020. In December of 2020, I sat down and I said, okay, I set a goal that by the time I got to December of 2021, that I wanted to be making consistently $1,000 a month from Etsy. That was my goal for 2021. And if we go and look back at my stats, click revenue, you can see what was going on here. Whereas this is 2021, right? This is January of 2021. I set the goal. I said, this is what I'm going to be doing. $250 in January, $250 in February. I mean, which is good because I only made like, you know, $90 in the last month of 2020. So $250 in January, $250 in February, $285 in March. Don't know what happened in April. In May, I had $315. That is when I turned on ads for the first time. Totally different mistake that I started to do with ads. I'll talk about that in a second, but I did like $1 or $2 a day with ads just to kind of see how it will work out. June, $503. I started to see some growth. I started to add a lot more listings, and I was running ads at a couple more. Now I was doing like 5, and I wanted to see what was gonna kind of come of it. When I got to July, I more than doubled what happened in June. Really exciting. I was really happy about that. I started to get crazy with ads. Then I just started taking ads and just cranking them to the ceiling. I was having some success with it. Okay, let's see where it goes. In August, 1,400, going up and up and up and up, and here we are in September. We're just getting there in the first few days, so that's pretty cool. So when I look at, and we're not even at Q4 yet, so that's something that I find very exciting. I hear rumors, a lot of rumors, obviously we all do, you know, about people getting 2 times, 3 times, 4, 5x the amount of sales that they generally get in Q4. I was around for that early Q4, but I wasn't doing anything. My Etsy shop was stale and I wasn't working on it. Now I'm kind of like, okay, what is this Q4 going to do for me this time? So I'm excited to see what's going to happen there. So I've hit my goal for 2021. I hit my goal the last 2 months. I think that I'm on to something. I believe that in Q4, the last 3 months of the year, so like 3-4 months of the year, I'm going to hit that goal. I'm going to do it consistently. For 2022, I believe I want to set a goal that's really high. When I was looking at what was going on in December and I had only made $89 in my shop, setting a goal of $1,000 a month consistently for the upcoming year was pretty much over 10xing. I was pretty much saying I need to make 10 times as much as I do right now, which was a big thing to say to myself, a big goal to reach without really knowing how to get there or really having a formula to do it. So that was a big goal to me. To be where I am now and to say I want to 10 times this in a calendar year, that's huge. That to say that I want to be making $10,000 to $14,000 by the time consistently every month by the time I get to into 2022, that's a bit much. So I think I'm going to be a little bit more modest with my goal. I want to say 5. Let's just do 5. And I'll put that in stone. I'll put that in stone right here in the video that for 2022, my goal is to make $5,000 a month from Etsy consistently. It's something that I've done for the entire lifetime of my shop at this point, but it's something that I think that I can do. And then if I focus, if I really put my head down and I focus, I believe that's something that I can do. When you look at the ads, okay, so if we look at my ad revenue, I'll go over here to marketing and I'll take a look at my Etsy ads. I didn't turn my ads on until May, right? And that looks absolutely right. I spent $732 on ads. I'm still doing good. I'm still up hundreds of bucks on my ads, like 170 or something like that on my ads. But what are the mistakes that I made when I did ads? At the time, I think it was just under 100. I was at like 90 something listings. So I just added everything to it. I put it on $2 a day and I walked away and I was like, let's see what ads are gonna do for me. It was a mistake and a blessing at the same time. So let me explain. Like $1 a day, $2 a day in advertising revenue is child's play. It's not going to do anything for you. They burn through it. It's going to be like 20-30 cents, cost per click. So, I mean, you get a few clicks. I mean, you get some ad views, you get a few clicks, but it's burning through that. It's going to burn through that, especially when I put up 90 of my listings with $2 a day. Etsy ads refreshes every single night at midnight, which for me, it ends up being like at around 11 or 11 something. It's like when my ads refresh for the day. I was burning through that $2 a day by the time 1 or 2 a.m. would come.
Oh, she's
I was burning through it so fast. Oh. So like I said, it was a blessing because I did that for about a month and a half. And so when I got to learning more about what to do with ads and how to work out what to advertise and what not to advertise, which of my listings were the most popular and were getting the most steam. Now I need to do those and maybe look at the other ones and push those back and so on and so forth. Once I started to fine tune my ads, I started to see a lot more success. So adding all 80 or 90 of my listings at once actually gave me the data that I needed to find success in running ads at a later date. So armed with that data, armed with that mistake, I was able to fine tune it and to get revenue from ads that are, in the hundreds. So I'm a lot better about that now. I was being real weird about it at first, but I'm a lot better about it now. We can look at my shop rank really quick. So GC State Designs, my shop is ranked, let's hit search again. My shop is ranked at 39,000. It was just at 35. So my shop is ranked at 39,000 in the world. Just like I think I mentioned before, there are 4.5 million sellers on Etsy. So to be ranked at 39,000 but I'm confident. I'm confident in that because of the quality of the work that I produce. I'm confident in that because I'm able to work quickly enough to where this 180 listings is going to be 1,080 listings before you know it. Because I see that there can be success had here. I'm trying to be careful about what I post, not to run into any copyright stuff and problems. Okay, yeah, I got a Smurf right there. Okay, I'm gonna take the Smurf down. Okay, I'm gonna take the Smurf down. Don't look at me like that. Don't look. Okay, you know what? Here, look. Here. You're gonna call me a hypocrite? Here, look. I'll deactivate the Smurf. Look, bam. No copyright problems. We're done. The Smurf is gone. But that's just me being really safe. So we've talked about the shop. We talked about what I do. We talked about the revenue. We talked about ads. We talked about Sell Samurai, link in the description. We talked about Printful, Etsy, print on demand. We talked about some of the mistakes that I've made. I realized that this isn't a race. You know, who am I racing against? Like, who really am I racing against here? It isn't a race. So I'm making sure once again that I'm paying attention to the quality that I produce. I could have dumped a crap ton of stuff on here, right? I can go and make this Gets Torched thing. I can change the text on this and I can make 50 shirts. I could have hit the ground running. You don't want the ground to be a treadmill. I can just jump on a treadmill when it's already going 18 miles an hour and like, sure, I could probably get on there and do it. You know what I mean? But who knows? Maybe I didn't stretch. You know what I mean? I don't know a lot about Etsy. I jump on a treadmill, I blow a hammy. Next thing you know, you're a meme. You hit the treadmill and you're getting shot into the wall at 18 miles an hour and your shop is gone and you... And if I go back to my stats, I'm really happy with the revenue that I made. I'm very, very happy with the last 60 days and the push that I've made here in the last couple months to get things going. That really gives me hopes for the future. That gives me big hopes for a big, huge Q4, $4,000 months or something like that for Q4. So I really appreciate everybody stopping by. I don't really have anything else for you. I just wanted to show this to you. It's my first full year on Etsy. All of the stats, everything. Make sure you hit like on the video if you want to see more of this from me. Subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate all of the love, all of the support. If you want to check out Sales Samurai, the link is in the description. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll check you out on the next one.